Shalom, Yashar Allah. First and foremost, I would like to give all glory, honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Chachodash. Double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth. Peace and salutations to all you hopeful like Akim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. This is your brother Amar from the GMS Boise, Idaho camp, and I'm doing this lesson based on some recent news events and some information that's been circulating online that is calling out the straight up demonization of the tribes that we are currently suffering under this administration, but obviously ever since we were brought over here, and been subject to the curses. We have been the bottom of the barrel, the public enemy number one to Esau Edom, first and foremost, because he's in the power seat, but as well to all these other heathen nations. So in any and every excuse that this man can find and use to demonize and paint Jake in a bad picture, he's going to do it. And so what I'm leading to say is there's been a video that's circulating online of a bunch of, YNs, I guess you could say, making a video online, a seemingly innocent video that's just talking shit against Iran, and the original caption is on the right. And this is something also that I first heard it from Elder Malcolm, but now, ever since I heard the elder go into it, I've actually seen it from other sources on my Instagram, and other different social media pages, because it's really calling out this administration's really die-hard stance on demonizing the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. But we understand through the scriptures that it's just Esau versus Jacob. Good is set against evil. Evil is set against good. But back to it, the original caption of the picture, and it's actually a video, but I didn't want to use the video for sake of this getting flagged, and this picture really just demonstrates the point that I need to prove anyways. So on the right is the beginning of the actual video, and the caption says, "You seen what we can do. Don't say something that you can't finish, Iran. We already united, we all stand. We want all the smoke." So this is these YNs capitalizing on what's been going on in the political world of, this Babylon the Great versus Iran. So fast forward a couple days, and it ends up on a DHS's website promoting something not even remotely close to the video and casting a horrible picture on these, I guess you could say, young men, these damn YNs that are making these types of videos, walking around in pusheisties, man. It's because they fit the character. They fit the description of your average everyday nigga, man, that is up to no good. That's also why Esau, used this video, because of Jake, anyways, but the caption on the left that Esau Edom changed it as, is right here on the left. This is FAFO, which is fuck around and find out. "If you threaten or lay hands on our law enforcement officers, we will hunt you down and you will find out really quick. We'll see you cowards soon." And the bottom of the caption that they changed reads, "ICE, we're on the way. Word in the streets, cartels put 50K bounty on y'all." That's not even how Jake talks, first and foremost. And secondly, that is a propaganda pushed out by Babylon the Great's own government. Ain't nobody gonna get paid out by no fucking cartel to put a hit on these damn ICE agents, man. Tell you what, this is just them trying to add fuel to the fire and victimize themselves. And the internet is calling them out. So I said that. I have another, couple segments of this lesson that's going to segue into kind of another topic, but still the same thing of Jake getting attacked, but the Northern Kingdom, something that happened local in our areas. But I'm going to get a scripture on this picture, because this is the accuser of our brethren to the T. Obviously, we know it's way bigger than just this little accusation of them changing a caption, but it goes to prove the point how bloodthirsty Esau is for Jacob. But this is Job 13:4. "But ye are forgers of lies." Ye are all physicians of no value, forgers of lies. Esau, Edom cannot tell the truth, even if his life depended on it. Like scriptures say, can a Ethiopian change his skin? Can a leopard his spots? Neither are ye that are accustomed to do evil do good. I'm just gonna get it, but it's really going into that this man cannot do anything right, even if he wanted to. That's not the spirit that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai created in him. This is Jeremiah 13:23. Can the Ethiopian change his skin, or the leopard his spots? Then may ye also do good, that are accustomed to do evil. Yahweh Bashim Yahushai made Esau Edom to be complete evil and contrary to Jacob. And that's why he can't help but show his fangs, his devil horns showing when there's a chance to demonize and paint Jake in a bad picture. You know? So, yes, this is what I want to get. This is Psalms 37 and 32, I believe. 37 and 32. Yes, some of this is Psalms 37 and 32. This is the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. You know, and the righteous being Jacob, the 12 tribes, and the wicked man is watching. You know, in this case, looking online to see how he can spin a caption so that people look at it, and these other law enforcement agencies are like, man, Chicago really a bunch of YN savages that need to get put down, which they believe that anyways, but it's just pushing the propaganda that Jake is just this violent person. When how many wars has Jake started worldwide? How many atomic bombs? How many civilizations, creatures has Jake made extinct because of this man? And by the way, Esau cannot destroy a creation. So there is our creations out there, but the man that completely destroys the natural world and every living thing in it, you cannot blame Jacob for that. But back to the point is that, hey man, this man is always looking for an excuse to get one over on Jake, to attack him, to roll up on him, to raid him, whatever it may be. This is Psalms 37:32. Again, the wicked watcheth the righteous and seeketh to slay him. The Lord Yahweh will not leave him in his hand, nor condemn him when he is judged. And ultimately, that's talking about the elect, not just some YNs randomly. You know, if there's some of those Jake that are destined to be saved, hey man, you know, so be it, man. They're part of the elect. But the point being is that Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is not going to allow his servants to be completely rolled through like these people in the world. That's a 2/3 judgment, man. You know, but this is Psalms 37 and 34. Wait on the Lord Yahweh and keep his ways, and he shall exalt thee to inherit the land. When the wicked are cut off, thou shalt see it. So ultimately, man, we're going to see the fall of this man going down, and everything that he has been accomplished so far to, in his mind, ultimately put his new world order in fruition and to attack Jake, you know, get rid of Jake. So I'm going to go into this next segue. I'm going to make this a little quick. But there was a recent, you know, raid in my area, you know, not too far, about less than an hour from where I'm at, you know, maybe about, you know, give or take 45 minutes. But the point being is that there was a raid on a local rodeo horse track. You know, how Issachar out here in the fields that lives out there in on the outskirts where all the farmlands are here in Idaho. They have a lot of rancheros, and there's a lot of, like, I guess you could say, tiny homes that these Jake live in that are in these little communities. And, you know, they're straight from Guadalajara, whatever the hell they came from, you know. And they're fucking like to enjoy themselves and have a rodeo, do some races with their horses, because that's, you know, a very similar culture to where they came from. You know, the original vaqueros are Issacharites. You know, the original cowboys are all Issachar. So it's in our, you know, culture to do this, and Esau knows it. So what happened was there was a so-called illegal betting that was going on at this horse track, to where, as you can see, these soldiers had to go out in large numbers and roll on Jake, man, violently with MRAPs. I have a video that I'm going to show here, but this is just the title of one of the pictures online from the Idaho Statesman, which is a local news channel here that was reporting on it. But this is 10 law enforcement agencies, 10. That's the ATF, the DHS, FBI, local law enforcement, all that teamed up on little bitty Jake to stop this illegal horse betting. No, man, they were there to detain anything that wasn't going on with their immigration status, as well as them whatever Jake was get caught up, because they were zip tying whole families, But this is 10 law enforcement agencies, part of FBI raid on Wilder property in a legal betting investigation. Oh my gosh, fucking Esau, man. This is children were among those caught up in the raid, said Nikki Ramirez Smith, a Nampa-based immigration lawyer. It's a family event. It's just like when Americans go to a rodeo. Some people are gambling, but it's very few. I would say probably, I can't even say how many, but 90% of people there are not gambling. And I'll have to say, man, Issachar comes over here and still is living like he lives in fucking Mexico, man. You cannot be loud and out there and flamboyant in a small community like Idaho and not expect to be noticed. And that's what Jake don't think, that this devil is not still the devil. This devil's always looking to get one on Jake, man. And so you can't be out there drinking at the park, fucking doing a loud ass grita, playing fucking Mexican music and having a carne asada right there on the park, thinking that no one's noticing, man. Especially in these times, you can't do it. You can't move like you moved 5 years ago. Jake, specifically the Northern Kingdom up here, it's not safe anymore. But you still have Israelites that are slow bellies and finally really starting to see what's going on. And I have, friends, and acquaintances, brothers that know people that were snatched up at this, man. And this is the video that I'm going to play. As you can see coming in. ¡Córrele la verga, la migra! He said, fucking run, it's la migra, it's immigration. But this is all something that we've all seen before, man. I've done videos on Issachar getting rounded up. But as you can see, there was hundreds of agencies of different boots on the ground. Everybody zip tied to kids.
Hey, you can record over my shoulder, but don't rush. I'm right here. Stay back.
This wasn't a problem before. Don't touch me. Don't touch me.
Hold your phone and record, but stay back. Okay? Stay back. Junior, you're good, fool. Stay strong, back up.
I'm right here.
Back up.
That you back.
I know, no, but don't. Take off.
The FBI conducted a search warrant against the owner of this horse arena. His name was Yvonne.
I'm gonna stop it right there. It doesn't have to get too much. I don't want to get flagged.
Podemos ver cómo la gente está siendo procesada, la están básicamente cuestionando de su estatus migratorio aquí en los Estados Unidos, si es de forma documentada o indocumentada. Confirmo, si se están llevando a personas.
But again, Issachar gotta know where the fuck he live at, man. That's one thing I tell Jake, man. Know where the fuck you live at. This is Babylon the Great. Again, look at this. This is Babylon the Great. Made a video and now look at you, stupid ass. You want to push a cop? I'm not at all making an excuse, but this is the curses that Jake is under, man. No other nation is dealing with what we got to deal with in this hand, nor would have the strength and the willpower to get through it with such a good spirit like our people do, man. Knowing Issachar and the spirit that we have, man, always find a reason to celebrate. But there's a time to celebrate and not to celebrate, Jake. But I wanted to bring up the curses, because when I saw this video and you see Jake running, I'm using this scripture at the very simple form of literally, running out in 7 ways. But the point being is that Jake, really, the real meaning of the scripture, that Jake was scattered everywhere. We have no strength to fight against our enemies, because if we try to do something, we flee in 7 directions, and that's a complete disaster, completely put into a state of fleeing. But this is Deuteronomy 28 and 25. The Lord Yahweh shall cause thee to be smitten before thine enemies. Thou shalt go out one way against them, and flee 7 ways before them, and shalt be removed into all the kingdoms of the earth. And as you can see, that's exactly what happened when Jake was running from those damn immigration officers, those DEA, the FBI, local police rolling up in MRAPs. Man, this is the same thing that's going to continue to happen. And no protesting, no marching, no saying at the top of your lungs, ain't no such thing as no king. Yes, there is going to be a king. There's always has been a king. And there will always be someone in power over the affairs of this world and the spiritual world. Because the Most High himself puts the people in power that are in your government to make sure that his word, his prophecies are taking place. So Nero turning up the notch on you tribes is just a wake-up call from Yahweh Bashir Yahushai to tell you that this man hates you to this day. And the fact that you think that you can somehow get away from the curses because you're on the outskirts, having a small little community, farm community, a bunch of rancheros and field workers, whatever it is, man, there's no safe haven. And so again, this is what happened in my local area, just reporting on it because, hey man, this was something that was pretty big that in our area, that hit the Northern Kingdom, as well as that video, that picture that I first went into, which I'm sure brothers will hear more about it in the future, but of Esau changing the narrative to ultimately paint Jake as the most demonic thing out there, and that is what ultimately this man is in charge of, which is I want to get this. What's the accuser of our brethren? Salakia. Let me see, Salakia. I know it's in. Recorder. 12 and 10. That was close. This is Revelation 12 and 10. And I heard a loud voice saying in heaven, now is come salvation and strength and the kingdom of our power and the power of his Hamashiach. For the accuser of our brethren is cast down, which accused them before our power day and night. Ultimately, Esau Edom saying, "Oh, look what your people are doing. Look at the sins that they're going off on. Oh, look at them YNs talking bad against their authority. Oh, look at this." But who put the drink cup to their neighbors to see their nakedness? Who casted that stumbling block before the blind that didn't know? That's Esau Edom. That's this man. And false accusation, false accusing. Hey man, that's like committing slander is as murder. If you're slandering against somebody, it's like you're killing them, man. And that's why ultimately, again, man, there's a whole nother segue of scriptures that you can go into. But this just goes to show you ultimately that accuser and Esau Edom that is constantly always trying to paint the bad narrative of Jake, ultimately is going to get shut down when the elect are beamed up and you see that the Most High Son himself is a so-called black man, right in your face, the ultimate Judite, getting ready to trample everything that you hold dear. And that is what we're counting on in the salvation of Yahushai and the elect. So in this day and age, man, we're just reporting and accusing you, Esau, of what you doing to our people. So Lord willing that this lesson was edifying unto the elect. Till next time, I'd like to give all glory, honor, and infinite praises to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Chachodash, and double honors to the beloved elders and the apostles at Great Millstone that taught me this truth, and peace and salutations to all you hopeful elect Akim out there laboring that are pushing this word in truth and in sincerity. Till next time, Lord willing, Shalom.